Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Diary of a Mystic. What is a psychic photo reading? A psychic photo reading is not something that I invented. They are also done by other psychics or psychic mediums. So this is not my own term. It's very similar to psychometry or holding the objects of other people and receiving images through clairvoyance and messaging, as well as picking up vibrations or feelings through clairsentient abilities. So basically, it's focusing on a picture and receiving and getting intuitive and psychic impressions from the energy of the individual. So I see images in the face and surrounding the body of the person. Primarily, this is coming from my clairvoyance. This is not a tarot reading. Hi everyone, this is Diary of a Mystic. Welcome back to my channel. If you follow my Instagram, I posted February 6th a brief psychic photo reading of Chris Watts. I wanted to do a psychic photo reading video on Chris Watts, as I also saw many things that I can describe apart from that brief post on my Instagram. We're going to begin first with a succession of pictures, beginning with his first mugshot taken in August of 2018. Last summer, after Chris Watts' arrest and seeing his release of his mugshot, immediately the first thing I saw was demonic energy in his frontal lobe or in the middle of his forehead. This was way before I created this channel, and this is something that I kept to myself for several months. I immediately sensed and saw demonic energy in his frontal lobe of his forehead. So I have circled that energy. So the first picture we see is the demonic energy or presence, which is very prominent shortly after his arrest and with his first mugshot. The second image that we see is the comparison of his right eye to his left eye. On the left side is his side representing his mother. On his right side is the side that's representing father. You can see the difference in his eyes, especially the right eye is hooded or dropped or drooped. The left eye is more woke or woke up. It's more alert. So looking at the right eye with the hooded eyelid and the droop can associate it with worry, stress, strain, as well as taking on a burden of some kind associated with father energies himself or associated with his own father. So what you're looking at is the physical difference between his left eye next to his right eye. In this image is more of a close-up of Chris Watts' face. I've circled the demonic energy specifically, as well as below that the imagery or image of a demon. I also saw below the demon energy the letter E, or what looks like the letter E or a backwards 3. So I tried to blow that up as much as I could so you can see it looks like either the letter E or a backwards 3. The 3 can be associated with the victims, but it's definitely something associated with the demonic energy that's very prominent in the front part of his forehead, going down to the first beginning part of the bridge of his nose. In this image, I blew up his face even more so you could see this. There are dots attached to the spots where I picked up on 4 different images of crosses. To me, that symbolizes loss of a loved one and death. He has 4 different spots in this area on his left side of crosses. I also saw in this image as well, in that particular circle, what looks to me to be an actual word or 2 words in particular. Interpreting written words on a person's face is very hard to decipher sometimes, but I also picked up on rot and the, R-O-T, and then the next word is the, T-H-E-E. But in those dots that you see, the black dots, the blue dot, the red dot, I did pick up on cross, crucifix, and 4 crosses. It's on his left side, which tells me very much connected to mother energies. The circle that is above the circle with the 4 dots, I will get back to that particular circle later on in the video. Okay, looking at the same part of Chris Watts' face, but now we're looking at the picture taken of him in the interrogation room when he was photographed right before his arrest, or after his arrest, I should say, when they took pictures of his physical body. Below his left eye, I saw the image of angel wing. Above his left eye, I saw the image of squirrel. Beginning with the image of angel wing below his left eye, this tells me that this is very much associated with angelic energies as well as connected to heaven on the mother side of his face. Because it's below his left eye, it's almost like a teardrop or a tear. So accompanying that is, of course, sadness and loss, not directly coming from his energy, but it's being recognized in his face. Above his left eye, we see the image of squirrel. Squirrel symbolism, or traditionally squirrel medicine in the Native American culture, has different meanings. Squirrel is essentially a gatherer. Squirrel spirit also speaks about trust. The squirrel's energy is also naturally charming. And the idea that a little charm goes a long way in making friends, associates, and family to get to like you, etc. Squirrel energy is also very much centered upon developing trust and trusting bonds with other people. To give squirrel or to leave squirrel what he desires the most. So I wanted to point that out to you. You can also do some research yourself on the meaning of squirrel energy or symbolism and see what you come up with as well. So in this image, this is the picture of Chris Watts taken in February of 2019 of this year when he had his interview. I blew up the pictures so you could try to make it out yourself, but this is what I picked up on. I saw the words, no voice. So seeing words in a face, this can also be depictive of no voice for the victims of this tragedy, the children, of course, the mother, Shanann. But this also can indicate his energy as well, feeling that he had or has no voice. So he was, of course, giving an interview that day to authorities and investigators, and I picked up on the words no voice on his chin area right below his lower lip or near his jaw area. So no voice. So in this image, looking at his picture once again from the interview in February, the demonic energy, the demonic presence that was very front and center to me in August of 2018 has now elevated. So going forward of about from August to February, the demonic energy or presence in his face has elevated. So it's now gone through or is going through a depossession phase. It's still relevant, but it's not as prominent as it once was. So I circled that area. Yes, he does have what looks like a freckle or a birthmark. That's not why I saw what I saw in that area, but I feel, and I tried to blow up the image as far as I could, that his demonic energy or possession or presence has now elevated and it's going towards more the crown of his head. So if they ever do release future pictures of him, it would be interesting to see if that energy is still attached to him whatsoever. So it's elevating, it's an elevation, it's depossession, it's moving out towards the crown of his head. In the same image, the same picture, below demon, I saw spirit. Spirit is now replaced or has replaced the prominence of demonic energy back in August. So within a period of 6 months, the energy is now being or has been at that point in time in February replaced. So the exchange of spirit moving in could have a lot to do with, from reports in the news, that he reads his Bible. He feels that now he's being called upon by God. He may also believe that he is a servant to God now as well as a child of God. So some form of energy exchange has taken place. Whether these reports are true or not, I see it in his face that spirit has moved in, and spirit is essentially energy. It's also more of a form of a higher vibrational energy rather than, say, lower vibrational energy as he did formerly have attached to him with demonic energy of August of 2018. Now we're looking at February 2019, 6 months ahead. So the demonic energy has elevated, depossession, and spirit has moved in. In this image, we're looking at the same photograph On his left side, and I put 2 arrows so you can try to see, there's a spirit attachment to him that I picked up on of an older male coming from his mother's side of the family. This could be grandfather, this could be great-grandfather, this could be uncle. There's some type of energy, or he's accompanied by a spirit attachment or a spirit guide. This also could be a loved one who has passed on his mother's side that he may have been close with, or it doesn't even have to be. It could be an ancestor. There's some type of energy that's very masculine or male that is coming from his mother's side of the family that is attached to him on his left side. So I blew that up as much as I could so you can see that as well. But that's what I picked up on, especially connected to his mother. In this image is the first mugshot that was taken of Chris Watts in August 2018. I blew up his face. This is on the left side of his forehead, and I blew it up as large as I could so you can see this, and I will be as detailed as I can in terms of what I've picked up on. With the 4 dots circled, as I spoke about earlier in this video, right above that, I saw the letters B and 9. I also saw a backwards 5 or an S. This could indicate B9S. It took me quite a while to try to decipher what this meant. So B9 to me was a vitamin. So to me, B9, what kind of vitamin is that? Of course, good old Google, I Googled B9 and what that stands for. And so I wanted to show you what I came up with. This may or may not have relevance to the energy that I picked up on from this. You all may think I'm crazy, but this is what I have found and how it correlates to the energy, especially attached to Shanann. B9 is a vitamin, and it's also called folate or folic acid, which is typically very crucial for women who are pregnant. It's also crucial for brain function, mental, emotional health. I also went forward to see what B9 helped with, or the symptoms of B9 deficiency can be anemia. Anemia is also a blood disorder, of course, and it affects people that have lupus. We all know Shanann had lupus. So anemia is attached to people that have active lupus. The symptoms are fatigue. So I really feel that in his face, and this is the first picture of him taken, his first mugshot in August 2018. In his face at that time, there were clues. There were clues. So B9 associated with folic acid, associated with pregnancy, associated with anemia, associated with lupus. Call me crazy, but that's what I saw. So there are clues. So that's very relative on his left side of his face, which is very associated or attached to female principal mother energies. So I wanted to share these images and imagery with you that I picked up on with clairvoyance. When I do a psychic photo reading, many times I do not have to blow up the picture, of course. I wanted to blow up the picture to give you the best visual for the video so you can try to decipher what I'm seeing, for you to see, as well as perhaps deciphering or picking up on things yourselves. So thank you so much for watching. This is the Psychic Photo Reading of Chris Watts. I appreciate all of you. Thank you to my new subscribers as well as my existing subscribers. Thank you to Mystic Village. And I hope that you found this video helpful as well as insightful. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay blessed.